Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 247 of Constructing Los Dangeles. How's everybody doing? We are back on the city today, ready to continue to make some progress. In today's video, I think I'm going to continue to work on the theater. So last episode, we did some of the roofing of the theater, and we put in the lapis dome, and I kind of scrapped that idea. After looking at it, coming back on it the next day after that video, I wasn't really digging the idea. I tried to make the dome a little bit larger, and it still really wasn't sticking with me. I think there's really two reasons for that. One, the idea was better in my head than it was when I actually built it. And two, I'm not a huge fan of the lapis blocks in the city texture pack. So what I decided to do was create another one of those like arching roof things, similar to what we have down here, just kind of on a smaller scale, and create kind of a third level of that. So that right there, I think, is going to be the compromise for the outside of the theater. I think it looks pretty good, and that's going to be what I'm going with. And if I actually come out here in the front and switch it to nighttime, it actually looks really nice. Let me show you guys this real quick. I put the beacons in on each side of the roof to kind of represent those spotlights. You see those spotlights that kind of like wave back and forth. In this case, they're not waving back and forth, but you kind of get the idea. Kind of representing, like, there's an event going on here. This is an important area. You need to be there. So that's kind of like what those beacons represent. Of course, I made them blue. I also made like a little crosswalk thing out front and some police cars, kind of like closing off this area with some cones to kind of represent the fact that there's like some activity going on here, and this road is closed for now. So that's something also I did, and I'm just going to kind of go through all the stuff I did on my live stream. So last night I did stream, and I was working on this world, and I made some pretty good progress. I did some of the interior and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and fly on in here, and I'll show you what I've done. So as far as the main room where the stage is and everything, only thing I did was add the roofing, or I guess the ceiling design, I should say. And this is what I've come up with. I kind of created one of those domed ceilings, and I just added some dim lights in there. And for the most part, everybody who was watching the stream really liked this design, so I'm pretty happy with it. I'm still going to make a few more small changes to it, possibly switch up some of the blocks, but as far as like that as my concept for the ceiling of the theater, perfect. It's got the detail that I want, and now it's up for me to kind of detail the rest of the theater to kind of match the ceiling, because the ceiling is very detailed. The rest of the theater needs to match that. So that was something I was working on. That was like my main project. And then another thing I did was actually start to just figure out the logistics of the floor plan. So we have this side hallway here, which allows you to connect to the theater itself. And there's also an elevator shaft that now goes up to the second level here. And then this second level is actually going to be the connection to the second and third levels of the theater. So here is the level 2. So this is like the second level here. And then if you turn the corner over here, we have level 3 right up this staircase. So this is how you get to the top level of the theater, so you can watch the stage and things like that. And this is a lot closer to the dome as well. So I think it looks pretty cool. Let me just show you guys some of the other things I did. So again, just added, just tried to figure out the logistics of the interior. And there's a nice tall ceiling in here, which I think is cool. Tried to add some natural lighting as well. And there's now a window here that looks out to the front. Some benches, some sitting areas for intermission. Again, I did all of this stuff on stream. So I'm going to link my past broadcast so you guys can watch this thing in full if you want to see all these builds. But for now, what I'm going to do today is start to link this to the other side. So we kind of have, one side done. So now what I need to do is create the second side, and that's going to be my goal for today's video. So let's jump right into it and get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks across with cobblestone. And I'm going to have to create this side hallway here. So let's go ahead and get started with it. It's going to start right here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then it's going to turn and go back this way. So what I'm going to do is just fill in this whole wall here, and we're going to start to create this. So it has to kind of connect to the elevator shaft, and we're going to have an elevator shaft on both sides of the build, and I think that's going to look pretty fancy. Alright guys, so real quick, I just wanted to grab some splash potions of night vision here to see what I'm doing a little bit better and help you guys out. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some pillared quartz. I'm just going to start off by creating this hallway. And it's only 3 blocks tall here because this is actually like the top. Like, this is the roof. So can't go any higher than that, which is fine. And I'm going to turn it back this way and have it run all the way down. And this right here, this iron is for the it's for the beacon, so we have to leave that too. Alright, So we'll have this go all the way down, and then we're just going to fill it in with some cobblestone. This whole area will get closed off, so that's fine. But I probably will end up making a room up here, actually. How did I do that on the other side? Let me just take a quick look. I think I just kind of... Yeah, so it's a little tall here. Let's see. Let me open this up and see what's going on in here. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do the same thing as this on the other side. And then all this extra space back here is going to be backstage area. However, I do have a connection to the front lobby from here, so I might make this like a restaurant or something like that. We'll have to see. I have a couple of ideas for that, but restaurant is a possibility. We're going to need a parking garage as well, so we have a bunch of things to add. But I'm just glad I'm starting to, you know, make some sense of the interior of the theater. This is a build that's been sitting around for a while, and I think it's a good build that had potential to be cool. I just needed to kind of figure out what to do with it on the inside, and also, you know, connect it to the outside. And that having that tall skyscraper part of the build was throwing me off for a while. So kind of getting rid of that and, you know, refocusing what I want to do for it has helped me, you know, really hone in on what I want to do with the interior of this place, and I think it's coming along pretty good. You know, I'm trying to finish this. This is one of my major projects right now. So going along with the 4 biomes hotel, which is, I've been making some not great progress on it. I've worked on it a little bit, but I haven't really touched it in the last few weeks. The hospital I've made the most strides on. That's getting pretty close to being finished. And other than that, you know, it's looking pretty good in terms of just doing like interiors and stuff like that. And that's probably why I haven't put out a whole lot of episodes lately. Just because like a lot of the stuff I'm doing is just like interior stuff. So I'll just kind of try to get it done for you guys, and then just have like some cool stuff to do for the videos. But doing the streams is definitely helping with that for sure. All right, and I also have a question of the day to answer. So I guess while I'm filling in this this wood here and starting just to fill in these walls, I guess I can answer the question of the day. So today's question of the day comes from Italian14, and the question is, if you could rearrange LD, how would you rearrange it? Great question. Thank you, Italian, for that question. Let's jump into it. So basically what he's asking is, you know, like the city is laid out in the south eastern corner, you know, the Alpine Mansion's in the northwestern corner, and like things like that. And, you know, he's basically asking like if I could rearrange it, you know, how would I do it? And the first thing I can think of is like rearranging it so it makes sense for the biomes. So in case you're wondering, I'm just going to give you guys a basic concept, because it's hard to tell nowadays because of the city basically pasted over everything. So the city is basically all desert and swamp. So I think it's actually pretty smart for me to place the city over the desert and the swamp, because, you know, I don't have to rely on grass as much. So I don't think I would move the city. The only thing I can think of would be switching the city to the other side. So let me show you guys on a map. This is hard for me to kind of put into words, but the city is in the southeastern corner, right? I think it would be wise for me to put the city in the southwestern corner instead, and then move the stadium north a little bit. That would be the only thing I could think of. I'm honestly pretty happy with the layout of Los Dangeles. You know, there's not a whole lot of things I would like significantly change. Maybe put the stadium in the northeastern corner, like up at the top where there's not a lot of stuff, and then expand the city outward that way would have been something I could have potentially done. But honestly, in terms of like rearranging the city, I'm fairly content in terms of how it is right now. There were times where I was getting really frustrated with it because of the desert biome and not being able to place grass like in the city area, but I kind of just accepted that over time, and honestly I'm pretty satisfied with the way it is. But only thing I could think of would be moving the stadium to the northeast. I think that would be pretty smart, because I'm still not really sure what I'm going to do with the northeast, and then basically everything else is fine how it is. Maybe rearrange some of the houses a little bit, but honestly I'm cool with that area. So thank you very much for that question in town. You guys know what to do. Leave your question of the day submissions in the comment section, or send one to me on Twitter. I'll go through those for next episode, and we'll pick one that is cool. And yeah, that is that. So right now, making some good progress. I think this is actually where I'm going to be opening up the space to the inside of the theater room. So let me go ahead and just kind of punch this open. And having the sand as the walls has been really frustrating. So I have to kind of break everything to open up, you know, spots in the walls, and it's annoying, but I just got to kind of deal with it. So I've been kind of doing something like that just to kind of close it off. It's not really a set in stone final answer, but just doing something like that to at least just have an opening so I can at least access it. And I think that is good. It's the same as the other side, so we should be fine. And then I got to fill in the sand up here at the top, because I'm breaking a whole bunch of spaces in the wall. But this area of the build should be like pretty much finished, right? You know, it's not a whole lot of work left to do. after I finish this area of the build, I just have to kind of, you know, add more detail to the theater room, and then add like backstage area, and then I'm good. Like that's really all I gotta do. So the theater is something that, it's a big build on the inside. There's a lot of things I can add, but I feel like I can do it quickly, so hopefully it'll turn out pretty good. I'm just gonna run this all the way down, and we have to make the larger ceiling where the elevator is, so I'll do that next. So I'll place that there. Let me splash myself again. And then this right here, is this gonna be pillared quartz going across like that? I have to go ahead and double check on the other side. I have to do a lot of double checking on these kind of things. Alright, so it's gonna be, yeah, it is gonna be that. Okay, so that's 3 blocks up. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks away from the elevator. So this is gonna be a, what, 5 by 10 space. Okay. And that is, again, 3 blocks above. So I think I'm good. Yeah, so this is fine. And then this is all going to get filled in here with a cobblestone as like this part of the ceiling. Take that and fill that in, and that basically completes this area of the build. I can actually leave that like that. That's supposed to be open like that. It's 3 blocks of separation, and this goes across 10. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then this is where the elevator shaft is, I believe, right here. So if I open this up, I believe the elevator shaft is right below this. Yeah, it is. Alright, so we'll open this up, and I'll start to connect this elevator shaft in a second. But let's go ahead and fill this in first. So we got to get all these walls put in. I believe this is going to be double stacked. So I'll do that real quick. Double stack this. And then I think we're going to have the pillared quartz run across here. And same thing right here. And these pillared quartzes are going to run as a lining that kind of separates the light blue stained clay with the cobblestone. So it creates like a two-tone wallpaper kind of design here. So again, it goes cobblestone, then quartz, then clay. And that's how we're doing this. So I have to see how tall this is going to go. I believe I made it the same height as the previous room. So if I have to just go back down here and count that real quick. So the ceiling here, I actually really haven't done a whole lot of this actually. So I have to do this too. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So we'll go 11 blocks up from here, and we'll start to add this ceiling now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we got 9 and 10 and 11. So this is where the roofing is going to be right here. So let me go ahead and give myself some more potions here. We'll see if we can knock this out. So this whole thing is going to get filled in, and that makes sense because it's right below the dark oak wood, so that's good. And that's my block of choice when it comes to using wood in this game nowadays, dark oak wood. It's been going back and forth, I would say, on the city texture pack. Yeah, I think originally my preferred wood was just the regular oak wood when the texture pack first came out, and now it's the dark oak wood. And then there was a time in between there where it was the spruce wood. And I do like the spruce wood a lot still. I think the dark oak wood is kind of like taken over that role, because I think it's a nicer looking block, a little bit more clean, a little bit more modern looking, so it fits what I'm trying to do. And there we go, we have that whole ceiling filled in. So now let's get these walls put in here. Gonna have to do them eventually, so we might as well just do them right now. And I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, I might have mentioned this, but I did switch out these glass blocks for blue glass. And that's kind of the theme we're going for with this build. And last episode I mentioned how I was going to name this place the Lapis Dome Theater. And, well, I got rid of the Lapis Dome, so I guess we're going to have to change the name again. I'm thinking about changing it to some sort of oceanic theme, because there is a lot of sand in here. We're using blue blocks, so it kind of does have that oceanic theme. So I'll have to think of a name for it that's clever. But I want to give it something cool. Maybe I'll do a ring off of like a famous real-life theater, so I'll have to kind of like look through those. After all, the Oscars are tonight, so it's definitely fitting that I'm working on this today, that's for sure. Alright, let me go ahead and get this all filled in and continue this. But if we get all these walls filled in and, you know, get this mirrored to the other side, that's going to be a lot of productivity for this video, and that's really what I'm looking for. I think I'll probably do another CLD episode in the coming days with some backstage work. And my plan for the backstage is to have some dressing rooms, have like some storage for props, and have like some props ready for a performance, like right behind the curtain. And other than that, you know, that's basically what I need back there. So just storage for props, you know, have them ready, and also some dressing rooms, and I think that'll be pretty good. So maybe a little like a director's table or something like that as well. That would work, or like a podium that's like has all the lightings and everything on it too. So I have to add all that stuff as well. Keep that stuff in mind because got to make sure I add everything that a theater has to offer. So all right, we have this whole filled in here. That's good. And this is a little bit unsymmetrical here. It's 5 blocks in total, but the window's only 2. It's the same thing on the other side, so don't think that's like not symmetrical. I think I solved that problem by putting a Dangeles anvil in the corner. I'll probably do the same thing again, so let me go ahead and grab one of those real quick. And I'm still using the spruce leaves for the Dangeles anvils on this build because we are in the swamp biome. I know the acacia ones have been kind of like the trendy thing for me lately, but since we're still above a swamp biome here, I'm not a huge fan of the way the acacia leaves look, so I'm just sticking to, you know, the old tactics. I think I might do that instead of the sideways ones. I think that looks a little bit better. Let me go ahead and switch that on the other side too. Alright, so there we go. And I'm probably going to end up switching out this whole floor here to dark oak wood as well. We'll get to that when the time comes, but for now, we're looking pretty good. So again, here's the connection to the other side and everything. I have to say, this place looks a lot better when it's not lit up with splash potions, but I do like the dimly lit theme of the theater, so I'll probably keep it slightly dim in there, and we'll see kind of how that works out. But I do like the theme of the theater. I think it's coming along pretty nicely. Alright, so let's see. We're going to take this, and basically this is just going to be a little square of cobblestone. Just going to fill it in. I'll take this across right here and have this go around as well. And then above the door here, we're going to have the quartz go across. And I believe I did the same thing on the other side. I'm going to have to go double check that. Let me grab some more potions while I'm at it. Alright, so let me go ahead and double check that real quick. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it on the other side. I have the quartz going across. So it is there. And yep, same thing down there. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks going across here. It's a 5x2 once you get inside, so have to keep that in mind. So the elevator shaft is a 5x2. So let me fly back over here. And let's see if we can kind of confirm this. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2. We are in business. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and fill this in. And this is all going to be cobblestone. Like this whole thing is going to get double stacked, so you can't see any of the sand. You can't see any of the clay. It's all going to get filled in with cobblestone. And we're just mirroring what we have on the other side, basically. All right, so let me run this across and have this all filled in. I'm going to get myself some more swiftness potions here. And speaking of swiftness potions, one of the interiors I've been working on lately for the skyscrapers, doing some stuff off camera, is the Taylor Swiftness Potions Factory office building. That is actually coming along pretty good. I do like the interior design on that thing, so that's almost done actually. So I might even do a tour of that soon once I get that finished up. It's not like that eventful of a build, so I don't know if it warrants a tour, but still might do it anyway. Alright, let me splash myself again because it just got really dark. Alright, so let me go ahead and bring up the cobblestone. Take it all the way up. And have it connect to right here. And then I'll probably add another level of dark oak wood planks to here. And then I'm going to grab the stone slabs. And the door is going to be like that. Oh, actually, no, it's going to be like that. And then this space here is going to get filled in with the stone slabs to represent the elevator platform. And you guys know how I do this. You've seen me do elevators before. So something like that. Real simple. And I think that's like good to go. So the next thing we have to do is add this ceiling part. And this is going to be the last thing we do. So let me grab some light blue stained clay. And we're going to need some light gray wool. I think that's good for now. So what I'm going to do is just take this up, and like I mentioned earlier, the height of this area of the build is going to be the same as the downstairs, so it's going to be 11 blocks tall. So let me actually just ignore the elevator shaft and have it run across right here and go around this way. So this is going to be a total of 11 blocks. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is where the ceiling is going to be right here. So 11 blocks tall. We can take it across, and I'll just fill in the walls first, just so it's a little bit easier to take a look at. I think this will be pretty good. So let's go ahead and take this across here, fill it all in. And it should look pretty good. It should basically just mirror the other side. Just kind of have it, you know, just exactly the same. That way it's all symmetrical and nice. But you guys got to let me know if I should add some restaurants inside of here. Or I have to do a little bit more research to see like what actually is inside theaters. I know we have to have like maybe like a concession area, possibly. But I do think a restaurant would be something that would make sense. So I'll probably end up doing something like that. Maybe I'll do like a Dan's Bistro, another one inside of the theater. I think that would be fitting. So maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know. I'll think of something. We can always come up with a new restaurant idea. You know, I'm always open to adding more businesses to the city. That's Silverstone or Silverfish Stone. I don't need that. All right. So there we go. And I think that's good. So now it's just fill in the ceiling. And I think we'll just finish the elevator shaft. And I believe everything will be synced to the other side and copied and pasted. There we go. I'll probably add some lighting in here, but not right now. We'll figure that out later on. But other than that, I think we're good. Just have to add the elevator shaft. So let me just go on the other side real quick and just see what I have to do for that. Yeah, I'm just going to put some glowstone on the ground for now. All right, so let me take a look here. So this is going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more blocks past the quartz. So that's what I have to keep in mind. 8 more blocks past the quartz in every direction. And then we also have a cobblestone ceiling in here as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess this would be like that. And then basically, actually, it would just fill right up to the ceiling. So all we have to do is just fill in the walls. All right, that's easy. So let's get that filled in. And I think that'll be good. So let's do that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of CLD. We're doing some more work on this theater. I would say, giving you guys a little projection, this build will be done within the next couple of weeks, as long as I just have time to work on it, because I do have a vision for it now, and that was like the most important thing. So if you guys want to leave a question of the day in the comment section below to submit for next episode, I'll go through those. And give this video a like if you enjoyed, guys. We made some good progress here. Kind of got like the second half of the second level done. And now a lot of the interior on this place is like figured out, and it makes a little bit of sense. So I have to kind of match what we have right here to the other side, but that will happen later on. But we're making some good progress in this theater. I do have a vision for it now, which is good because now I have a lot of motivation to work on it now that I actually know what I'm doing. So I think it's turned out. I think it's going to be a nice build when it's done. It's going to be one of the nicer builds in the city when it's all said and done. Really unique and really cool. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been Dan Lags. I'll see you guys on the next episode of CLD in a few days. Have a good day, and peace out.